In previous lessons, we showed you how to create both flat rate and hourly rate projects. We also showed you how to log time for your projects and how to share and send files. In this video, we are going to show you how to generate invoices for your projects. From any page in EzzyBooks, click on Projects from the left menu. On the Projects page, you'll see a list of your current projects. Select a project from the list to open the preview page. This is where all your project details live. To save time and prepare a detailed and accurate invoice for your client, click on Additional Options tab and choose Generate Invoice. The Generate Project Invoice wizard will open. By default, the client and project will be selected for you. If this is an hourly project, you can choose to invoice for all the time you've spent on this project, or just the time you've logged this month, last month, this quarter, last quarter, this year, last year, or a custom time period. For this demo, we are going to bill our client for the last 2 weeks. Verify the period and make sure it's accurate before continuing. Custom time period will come handy when you are invoicing at milestone intervals on large projects. Next, let's look at how you can transfer your project information easily onto an invoice. When you generate an invoice for an hourly project, you have 3 options to display the information on the invoice: detailed, grouped by project, and grouped by tasks. Detailed means that each time entry will appear as its own line item with project information. Grouped by project option will display time entries grouped by projects as a single line item with details, while grouped by tasks option will group time entries by tasks and/or services and include all details about the task. Grouped by project is the most popular choice, so it's selected by default. Click on the choices to see the differences between them, and choose one that's best for this project. Click the Generate Invoice button to add the number of hours to the invoice. The invoice page will open. You'll find everything you need to learn about invoices in Unit 2. Now that the hours are on the invoice, you're free to make any changes to descriptions or numbers. You can even add more lines and billable expenses to this invoice. To add a billable expense to the invoice, click the Expense button. Search or select an expense from the list. When you're done, alter any of the invoice settings you choose and approve or save the invoice as draft, the way you normally would when creating invoices. You can now track your invoice the way you normally would in EzzyBooks. Return to the Project Details page. You will see that the build amount and build time has been updated accordingly. Click on the Sales tab to see the newly created invoice with the sales data. Now let's see how to collect project deposit for flat rate projects. Return to the Projects page and select a flat rate project from the list. To generate an invoice for a flat rate project, simply click on the Generate Invoice option from the Additional Options menu in Project Details page. Click the Generate Invoice button, and the project will be automatically added to the invoice. From the Preferences panel on the right, click Partial Payments. The Partial Payments settings will open. Enter an amount for the project deposit. If you will like to extend the invoice due date after the deposit is paid in full, select a period from the drop-down and enter duration. In this demo, we want to collect a deposit of $5,000. Also, the due date for the balance will be automatically extended by 1 month after a successful payment. When your client opens the invoice in the browser, they will see the option to pay a deposit of $5,000 for this project. Again, approve or save the invoice as draft. Don't forget to send the invoice to your client. In the next lesson, we will show you how to manage and archive your projects in EzzyBooks.